Hey guys, how's it going? This is the R Spark, and let's talk about Elite Dangerous, shall we? This is going to be a new series of Let's Talk, and this first one's going to be about the new updates that Elite Dangerous is bringing. There has been a lot of controversy and a lot of discussion about this, and I am going to be giving my input on this and some video game history along the way. So many of you have heard about the new update for not BGS. It's kind of going to be for BGS, but it's Power Play 2.0, even though it will be affecting BGS 2 in some way. But we will also be getting a revamp of the Arc Store and pre-built ships and some engineering rework. And I wanted to discuss this and get my viewpoint of this out. As many of you know, that Frontier Development had to lay off, I think it was 150 employees, don't quote me. I believe they laid off quite a few employees. And Elite Dangerous has not been doing nearly as good as it needs to for revenue, in their opinion. So they're definitely trying to bring it up to snuff. To do so, they've had to find new ways of making monetization to the game. Now, I'm all in favor of monetizing for your game, making sure it stays funded, make sure it gets updates as much as possible, and keeps the servers online. And as long as they do it right, that is all that matters. Now, a lot of people are saying that these pre-built ships are pay to win. I am going to give my input on these pre-built ships. For example, they already have the this chieftain here that is for AX, and also a Type 6 for mining. So here's the thing. They have only like one engineered model or engineered module with G5 with a G5 with an experimental. And the mining one doesn't even have that. So, and they're like, I think like 10 euros or so many arcs. They're like $10 basically for us US people. This is hardly anything, in my opinion, to worry about. This is nothing different that you couldn't get in-game, that you could just get a little bit of a head start. Because in my opinion, it does not pay to win. It just pays you to get your credits a little bit faster. Yes, you can kind of say that's pay to win. It just kind of depends on where you want to put the line of pay to win. This hardly seems like an advantage, since you could probably just get to this point of making this chieftain or E6 probably within a day, maybe two. At most a week. It's really not that hard to get your hands in the dirt and get on your feet. In my opinion. These ships are quite nothing special, especially if you have a friend. Join a guild, join a squadron, join a Discord group in this game. They'll more than likely help you, probably fund you into an Anaconda probably faster than anything before. I've seen people get Anacondas within 5 hours of playing. I am a veteran at this game. I have been playing this game since after beta. I have seen the speedruns. I have a second account. I have sped run this game. Yes, to new players, this is pretty handy to have, in my opinion, so they can just skip a lot of the grinding, and they will be cutting down the grinding a bit with the engineers rework. I'm on the fence of how I feel about the rework. Part of me is like, yeah, I've grinded so much for it, but I'm also happy that the new players have something not to suffer at, and hopefully Elite Dangerous can retain players. Because that's the biggest problem right now, is retaining the players. And I feel like this is kind of a step in the right direction. Now, it is a slippery slope for them introducing more ships with more modules, making them more expensive, and whatnot. But for right now, these ships are cheap, and they're not even great, in my opinion. I feel like there's much better optimization that can be done. Much better build guides out there that you can find on YouTube, Reddit, the Elite Dangerous forums, Discord. You can find much cheaper and better builds. I would not recommend a T6. I would definitely recommend a Cobra and just making that go all the way up to a Python. But that is just me. And I would not use, I know people like the Chieftain, and it's not a bad ship for AX, but I would not personally use a Chieftain for AX. But that is just my opinion. And these stuff they picked is kind of alright, but not the best in my opinion. That is just me. How do I put it? How do I put stance on this? Well, Elite Dangerous is pretty much no different. Their stuff is actually fairly cheap if you wanted to compare to games like Wargaming with their shop and their gold. I play World of Tanks quite a bit. I have a large amount of gold. I bought loot boxes. I'm not willing to admit that I have spent IRL money to enjoy my game a bit better and a bit more, a bit faster. It is not for everyone. You can still earn pretty much everything you want in game, depending on what you want. There's in-game events. There's ways to make gold in game, and whatnot, just like there is for Sea of Thieves, Warframe. You can earn platinum in game, if I'm correct, or you can at least get platinum, and also golden eagles too. It's not very easy to earn these premium currencies in those games, but it is possible. And most of the time, they have a variant of the thing you want to get in the tech tree as well. Very little is the old stuff going to be pay to win. There's very few, if any, advantages. Most of the time, it is just cosmetics. Yes, you might be thinking, yes, I am comparing apples to oranges. Unfortunately, that is just how these games function. Gaijin, War Thunder, World of Tanks, Wargaming, they have made money off of this and have supported their games at constantly huge updates. Unfortunately, guys, yes, Frontier Development did promise that they would not do this in the past. Unfortunately, times change, and changing times call for something else. Just recently, there is a MMORPG I spent IRL money on that is shutting down because they no longer make money. I just got the email today. Some of you may have heard of it. It is called ArcAge. Probably not many of you have. It was not a very, very big MMO. It was sold off to a different publisher at one point, but it is still sad to see that it is going offline because I did enjoy playing it occasionally. I enjoy MMORPGs. I'm a very wide player of video games. I do not just solely play Elite Dangerous as a lot of you might think I do. I have to expand and play with my friends and enjoy other games too, and make sure I don't just burn out. So yes, I do play other games. And unfortunately, I think this is the influx that we need to give Elite Dangerous. Yes, you could come back later in this video and prove me wrong that a lot of this might be pay to win. And that is fine. This video is meant to just put as this stance right now at this date. And this is my thoughts and opinion. The release of the Python Mark II being able to be released, it's coming out May 7th for people that want to buy it for 16,200 ARCs. Pre-release buying content is nothing new to the video game industry. We've been doing this, since first generation of COD, basically. I mean, alpha and beta testers are nothing but, and new people are nothing but guinea pigs to test out the ships so that they can get their data and get the final update out there. Us people buying it early are just guinea pigs, and probably just going to get the middle finger probably to it being. We don't know yet. It's hard to say, but that is how I feel. You will eventually be able to get the ship August 7th with credits, no different than I would too at May 7th if I wanted to dip my wallet into this. It's not pay to win, in my opinion. It's paid to get early access, yes. And I don't see it being pay to win. We don't even know what the Python stats are, for one. You really shouldn't put yourself ahead of the train. And we don't even know if it's going to be good. It could be totally limited to its potential. It has a lot of package there and a lot of speculation. And I meant to do a video on it, but I just never did because I could not feel the justice of doing it justice, because why would I speculate on something I'm probably just going to be wrong anyways about? But yeah, um, it is an influx for FDev because FDev is not doing very good right now financially. And I'd rather not see this game get shut down. And that is just my opinion. I love this game. This game is my bread and butter. This is a game I run away to. This is my game where I find all my friends. This is the game where I have built my communication skills, my interest in people, my interest in culture, my interest in engineering, my learning of math and just building ships and having fun and just overall everything else. And I would rather them take this baby steps and try to find kind of creative and different ways. And I have actually said this many times publicly that I think that they should sell ships this way, cosmetically, um, and with some modules. They are having the modules on this be able to be zero cost, but they will not be able to be taken off or swapped. They can only be dismounted and sold. So there is that. And I believe they can only go on the original ship. If I'm correct. I actually can bring up the Reddit or the post. We're back, guys. Sorry. So yeah. So here's a question someone asked. If they strip it, you cannot strip the modules off a pre-built ship and store them. They can only be used for the pre-built ship, and if you remove them to replace them with a different module, you will sell them for 0 credits. So you'll not be able to farm credits off of these modules, and only thing you really be getting is a lower rebuy if you decide to use the ship or the modules. I don't even know if the ship will count as a less rebuy. But we'll have to wait and see. I think it would be great for new players so they don't go into financial debt when they die. Because we want to be able to invite as many people as we can to this game. And here's the thing, you could say it's pay to win, but you can't pay for skill. You have to grind, work, learn, and be able to repeat something before you can not be low-end skilled, in my opinion. This game has such a huge learning curve, in my opinion, and it is ridiculous how much you have to do. And what's nice about Elite Dangerous compared to other games, in my opinion, guys, and you have to think about this too, is you can earn 400 arcs every week, and be able to spend them on stuff, cosmetics, this upcoming Python, these pre-built ships. That is something these other games that I have mentioned, like Wargaming, Gaijin, like, you cannot earn this type of currency at that rate unless you might be doing clan wars, which requires a huge team effort to be able to get any large quantity. And I don't think you can in War Thunder. Don't quote me. At least I'm pretty sure you can't. And Warframe, really the only way you're going to be able to make large quantities of platinum is if you're grinding your butt off at high missions to get stuff like Warframes and modules and cards and whatnot to be able to sell. And even then, it's not a lot. So Warframe does have a lower needing of current premium currency than any of them. And Frontier's not even adding like a battle pass like a lot of the new games do, which is super nice. So you don't have to worry about super grinding it. So it's really honestly kind of a blessing that we even be able to get to earn this much arts and be able to spend them however we want. Like, we're not restricted to a sense. Like, we'll still be able to spend the arts we saved up to be able to get the Python Mark II hopefully early. I know I'll probably have to buy a little bit of arcs, but I know what's nice is I'm already 90% there of having the arcs that I saved up because I play the game so much. And that's what's nice. And it's nice for people that don't have a large amount of time to play this game. So getting that kind of kick of the head start might be nice. it is still a very slippery slope, and I'm sorry this is very ranty as well, but this is just my thoughts and opinion. As a veteran player, I do understand the concern because it can make it easier and it can make them get to that end game faster, but it also might be a way for them to not just start and stop. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that start this game, stop, and that's it. Because they just, like, it's underwhelming. They can't do much, and everything is very daunting. So I'm hoping that maybe this would be a good way for them to be able to make revenue. Because I really do want this game to get more updates, bigger updates, stay online. That is the bottom line of content, or bottom line what we need. I know a lot of people are mad at FDev. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at my opinion, which is fine. You don't have to agree with me, and I'm more than happy to hear you guys' thoughts down in the comments. Please, 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 please tell me what your thoughts are, because there's some things even I might not think of. I'm only human. I only can speak for myself, and I can only speak for what I have seen from the community as well. I have been watching many Discord groups talk about this. I've heard many people talk about it. I have people DM me about it. I did not watch all of the live stream, though I basically had it broke down and told to me. I know a lot of other major YouTubers are disappointed, but also kind of curious about this as well. And this is just my thoughts and opinions. It's very interesting, and it's very curious to see where they're going to go with this. It does have the possibility for them adding more grade modules and it be more expensive. Uh, but as I said, you still cannot buy skill. That is like someone going to World of Tanks buying a tier 8 premium and them going into battle and just getting rumble stomped. They don't know how to use the vehicle. If you go into the game or go into give any new person a grade 5 ship, they're probably not going to know what to do and probably die. It's still going to take hours upon hours of grinding and learning that ship and getting behind the wheel, not dying to it. And I think that's what a lot of people understand, because it's basically the equivalent of a starter pack that you would get off of Gaijin, really, that you would get. They have little starter packs, especially if you help friends, and they have like little ones for Warframe as well. There are many games I could use as a representation for this, but that is just the big three that I like to use. I know, as I said, World Tanks makes quite a bit of revenue off of their premium vehicles, so we'll have to wait and see. It's not like they're adding anything too crazy. It's not like the ships are going to be earning extra credits or anything else right now. So that's just my thoughts. I'm sorry this video was a bit ranty. I did want to get it out, and I did want to get my thoughts out and let you guys think. It's, as I said, it is a bit sad that Frontier cannot keep up their way of monetizing just by selling paint skins, bobbleheads, and whatnot. But something has to give, guys, and you kind of have to understand that something has to give. There really is no other way of doing this other than subscription base, having to buy the download the updates, which they do smaller updates, so it wouldn't make sense for DLC. But yeah, that is just my thoughts. But please tell me down below what your guys' thoughts are, what you guys thought of my opinions. I know there's a lot of people on the fence about this. There's a lot of people that hate it, and there's a lot of people that support it. But we all at the end of the game really have to support the players that want to play the game however they wish to start. The people that backed the game got started with Cobras, so it's not really much different that they paid a little bit more to get a head start, in my opinion. But yeah, that is just what I wanted to talk about, guys. And let me know if you want to hear about the Python Mark II and my prediction for it. I am very hyped up to get it. But that is just me. Till then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all, and this is the RF Spark. Bye.